And we're live.
Are we?
We are.
Sure.
Said
There
we're.
it is. There goes the
Okay.
ads anyway. You clock.
Yep.
I think the clock is a little off though.
All right. There we go. Now we're all set. Welcome, Mind and Body Co. and my crooked little homestead. That was a short list for me to just knock out quick this time. And not a whole lot of people were talkative before we got started today. That's okay. There's Built on the Rock Homestead, Suburban Hillbilly. I knew you were all there. I just knew.
You knew because the thing tells you how many people are there.
That doesn't tell me who they are. Wrong again.
Oh, here we
How to
go.
garden. Hello, Glenn.
Canadian's gonna be in some trouble tonight when he comes in.
Oh, Benny's there. Ah, it is still raining. Sick of it.
It's raining again.
Raining again. We have gotten. Oh yeah. Shirts. I was forgetting to mention that. So Joe, who is my cousin and our screen printer artist contact,
Sweaters.
well, it's just t-shirts actually. He printed
They're
these for us.
really comfy t-shirts.
He contacted us yesterday and said, "Hey, you want some t-shirts for the live stream tomorrow night?" And you see him sometimes in the chat. He's Joe, the father of Lawrence and not Lawrence. So yeah,
we got to see not Lawrence today, and
We did.
Lawrence
the
a couple
other
days
day.
ago.
Yeah, Michigan Daffodil. Hello. So yeah, Mardi Gras. That's what's coming up on Tuesday. We're not big on celebrating, but I don't mind being festive. I kind of like it.
They're comfy.
I'm taking a day of overtime. Money.
We don't do all the parades and stuff. We're not big heavy drinkers or anything like that. So
No, when I was younger, I loved the parades as a teenager because yeah, I was I liked to go out and have fun with friends to keep it nicely, to say it nicely.
you're all lit up. Yeah, it looks like lights. Yeah.
It's actually what looks like Christmas lights here, kind of is Mardi Gras necklace,
Mardi Gras beads.
Mardi Gras beads. Yeah,
I should have got some Mardi Gras beads, I guess. I should have picked some up while we were at the store today.
yeah. I didn't even think about it. Well, Joe didn't. He was supposed to send us some like proofs for us to approve before he printed the shirts, and he forgot to. We were in town. We could have gotten like beads and stuff to match, whatever. I didn't know what he had in mind, but I really like them. And then our logo's on the front and on the back. It's the logo too, but
Okay,
bigger.
I'm gonna get it.
It's cool. Joe really hooked us up.
Is it visible?
Yeah, but because you're standing behind me, they look the same size. There's D. Yeah, represent Louisiana. Yes, ma'am. That's right. Through some
This
bead.
material is like great.
It's a thin. It's like
microfiber.
kind of like Under Armour, but not as restricting.
You know what it is? It's my cleaning cloths.
It is. That's what it is.
The cleaning cloth fabric thing, it's like screen cleaner, lens cleaner.
Lens cleaner. That's it.
And you wouldn't think it would be comfortable. It really is.
It really is.
Select off raining Carlos for now. I mean, my kids are going pouring and lighting.
Oh, man. Southern Boy Prepper. Hello, Reagan.
That stinks. Yeah, it's been raining pretty much all day, on and off. And we definitely don't need it. The driveway doesn't need it.
Oh God, we went off in the far corner of the property the other day to try to see, try to get a closer look of a tree because there was something that was like really pretty and green, and I wanted to see what is that plant, what is that tree, and because Yeah. Anyway, walking over toward it, we sunk to our ankles, literally, just in what's normally dry ground. And
It was a workout.
so anyway, it turned out to be holly. My mud almost dried.
You can have some. I'll give you some
If we
mud.
could-
Just come walk around in it.
If we could send some rain down to Glen, that would be cool. We need to share. 74 meat bird chicks. Oh,
Wow.
all right. That's cool.
That's a workout. Hi, baby. Where are you going?
So we had a lively week.
That's what you want.
A,
All right.
a different kind of week.
I had enough rain today. Yeah.
Well, it was before last live stream. We started helping out at the flower shop where Cheyenne works. It's called Grandma's Garden in Iowa, Louisiana. That's
You
where
can't throw it up on me.
it's a little
Don't look
small
me in the
business
face
that
either.
we like to help out small businesses. And anyway, we
That
went
was
and
really
helped
fun.
for 2 days. We helped. They called it stripping. Calm your nerves. It's where we do. We had to like strip the thorns and the lower leaves off of the roses and get them all prepped so that the florists could use them in arrangements. It helped to save them time. So we did that for a couple of days, and then Tuesday, which was Valentine's Day, Amy and I were one of 5 crews that were out delivering for this one little flower shop.
Gorgeous.
And we
gorgeous
delivered.
arrangements.
Just us. We delivered. Well, we filled the car 5 times and went out and delivered those. Probably, I'd say 35 to 40 arrangements that we delivered.
Oh, if not more than
Lots
that.
of fun.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. Glad to have been able to help out a small business. Keep the money local. Great opportunity.
Everybody says you're so sweet. She just doesn't know. Huh? Oh, she's mad right now because I brought her little she's got a car seat kind of bag. It straps into the car for her to ride in, and I brought
It
it
buckles
in.
in, so it's a
Yeah.
little safer for her to ride in the car.
I brought it in so that we could do the flower deliveries and stuff. Well, the cat is sitting in it right now.
Oh,
Yeah, so she's a little pouty.
well, apparently our notification isn't going out. So
It did. I got it.
it did. Okay, because I was expecting Joe and I was expecting Canadian for sure in here. I'm glad that you all are here. Don't get me wrong. But
I have 2 missing geese. They didn't return from grazing today. The rest of the flock did return. It's suspicious that both are female.
that's odd.
They may have.
You did get them. Okay.
A nest somewhere. That's possible.
So last week, Thursday night, we did a live stream, and then it was about not quite 3 a.m. and we were woken up by my phone ringing, and we were like, "Well, that's odd."
Was that Thursday?
Yeah, that was Thursday night, Friday morning.
That's why I was so tired.
So I reached for my phone and I looked at it, and I saw Cheyenne's name. I was like, "Oh, something's wrong." So I answered the phone. I was like, "Hello, my children."
Gotta love her.
My kids. She's like, "Hey, Dad. So if the house next to you is on fire, what are the odds of your house catching on fire?" I was like,
Yep, say what you said.
"Pretty good. Pretty damn good. What is the house next to you on fire?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, I'm coming over." Freaked me out. So let me show you. If you may have seen it on Facebook already, if you're friends with me on Facebook or Instagram. Let me show you. So this house is on fire. This house is Cheyenne's. There's like maybe 30 feet in between there.
Yeah, because there's a back portion to the house that you really can't see right now because it's kind of in the smoke. Yeah, way too close. Right?
And it was by the time I took pictures, there was just smoke left because the fire department was doing such a good job. It's not the one that I work for. It's actually a volunteer fire department that took care of this,
Well,
and they did an excellent job.
it's partially paid, partially volunteer. But yeah.
Well, it's called Iowa Volunteer Fire Department. So I didn't know. Okay.
A couple of them, I think, are paid. They're there all the time.
Right. I think you're right.
But yeah, they did an amazing job. Amazing. Super professional, too. They worked their butts off.
You can actually see a couple of them there working in that side over there. They had, I think there was four or five fire trucks, several personnel, just doing the work, getting it done, taking care of it.
Yeah, they actually, Cheyenne and her boyfriend Bo actually woke up. Their bedroom is closest to the house that was on fire, and the heat from the fire actually woke them up.
Yeah, the heat woke them up.
Which they do not have. They did not at the time have working smoke detectors.
And by the way,
but
important to mention, no one was injured. No, that house is vacant.
But the smoke detectors wouldn't have done any good anyway because there was no smoke in Cheyenne's house.
That's Kristen's husband, Andy, right?
Yeah.
Twin Cedars. Yes, it is. Welcome.
Volunteer
you guys.
Is still paid, but only went out on a call. Right. It is. I think there's a couple of the guys that are actually
Karen.
On call, like all the time paid.
There's Canadian.
Oh, that's right. He's on vacation.
Oh.
I should have been texting him every time you said wrong again.
So yeah, in honor of Canadian and last week's live stream, I created a new custom emoji for our channel members.
Mainly for Canadian. And I've heard this all
I haven't even checked it. You can barely see it, man. I might have to change it up. It says wrong again. Volunteer fire department in my area are 100% volunteer. EMS is paid. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, by definition, in the fire service, there's career firemen, career fire departments, there's volunteer, and then there's combination. And one more picture here. That is the edge of Cheyenne's house where the siding melted. And she said she actually had to peel those curtains off of the windowsill because it had gotten so hot that they stuck.
Yeah, and that's her bedroom.
Yeah, and their bed was right inside that wall there. So very, very blessed that things weren't any worse.
Yeah. She's very, very blessed that they woke up. Yeah.
Oh, there's Joe. Difficulty lighting the fire. Oh, man. Wrong again, eh? That's funny, Hans.
Oh, man. The good thing is no one was hurt. So there was minimal damage to the house. And I think there is insurance companies involved and too. So.
And then this morning at 5:15 before my shift ended, we were woken up by a fire alarm for a structure fire at the same apartment complex for the 7th time. It's been abandoned since Hurricane Laura in 2020, and this is the 7th building that has caught fire. So we're kind of over all that mess in that place.
It's sad, but there is a lot of rundown buildings that should be demolished that are still sitting from the hurricane. They're either waiting on insurance money, they've been abandoned by the owners, and don't want to fix it because the insurance companies aren't going to pay anything. There's so many people that are just now starting to finally get insurance money coming in and just now starting to make repairs.
Hey, Nunya.
Yeah.
Well, Michigan Daffodil, I cannot comment on that other than the cause of the fire is under investigation. That's
The fire marshal was there and asking questions, and they were investigating. So I don't know what's gonna come of that just yet. But it was an abandoned house with no electricity, so it is kind of suspicious. Yeah, it's 81 or so today. I'm absorbing all this wonderful sun. I've had about 5 or 6 beverages and some tasty food. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, but I mean, 80 degrees. That's what it'll be here. What, Wednesday?
yeah. Well, it was probably close to 80 today.
Yeah, and then
before lunch.
Yeah,
and then we went into the restaurant, came back out, and it was like 40. What it felt like. I don't know how cold it was.
50,
but it was a cold front passed while we were in the restaurant. And it got really cold. We didn't have jackets.
How bad is the homeless population there? Growing since the storms. It's a lot worse than it was. But
I'm not certain. I don't see groups. I see one here and there.
Yeah. Well, there's certain areas that they are congregating.
Well, there's services in institutions that help them out in Lake Charles too. So 78 in Drury and St. Tammany. Oh, you haven't gotten the cold front yet, then.
Lightning detected.
Yeah. Farmer Adele, welcome.
I don't know what the temperature is right now, but it was like 80 degrees earlier, and it's going to be 36 tonight. Yeah. They keep changing it. It's 50 right now.
I'm feeling kind of warm in here, but it's not really warm. It's humid.
I'm doing what I can.
I know.
But yeah, 36 tonight, 32 tomorrow night, and then by Wednesday of this coming week, a high of 80.
Spring is coming. It's here mostly. I mean, our redbud has flowers on it.
Well,
several of the trees and stuff are starting to bud out. But every year, I always try to live by the rule that my grandparents and my mom taught me. Pecan trees don't lie. Wait for the pecan trees to start opening their buds, and that's how you know that the last frost is past.
Oh, Abby. Abby. Abby is doing high school, college, and working 2 jobs. How she even does it, I have no idea. But this past week, Abby did something that she has no idea even what she did. We're thinking that maybe she stepped on something weird or.
So Abby creates her own maladies. So like she has to be unique. We have a running joke with the doctor that Abby is short for abnormal.
Abby doesn't do anything normally. So, when we go to the doctor and her arm is swollen and
hello, Rita,
sore, and even her gymnastics coach at that point said, I don't think it's broken. She just tripped over her own feet and kind of fell. He's like, there's no way that can be broken. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. When we get to the hospital and you say, oh, it's not broken. I'm pretty sure it's not broken. We're just here on a technicality. Yep. It's broken and a buckle fracture at that,
And then when the x-ray tech gets to the point where he recognizes you and has conversations with you at Walmart.
Yeah. So we went to the doctor Tuesday, Valentine's Day. I had to stop delivering and go bring Abby to the doctor. The bottom of her foot is swollen, purple, bruised. She doesn't remember stepping on anything or twisting her foot.
Okay, so if you could imagine, this is your toes. Ignore the thumb. So this is your big toe, like right here in this area, and the whole toe. That's all swollen and purple.
Yeah, and we have no idea what she did. So her doctor decided, because Abby doesn't do anything normally, he sent her for x-rays in case it could be a bone bruise or a bone spur or anything weird. And he even said that, he said, we're not going to say that there's no breaks, because just because we say that, they will find something. So
Oh, real estate school. That would be pretty cool. Abby wants to go into law.
sounds like a broken blood vessel. I'm wondering, he put her on a steroid pack, and I don't know, to help with the swelling, which it is helping some, but poor thing, she already doesn't get enough sleep, and that's gonna really mess her up for the next week. So,
but she didn't want to, but she had to take a couple of days. She had to call in a couple of days for work, and just to give that foot a rest, because she just goes and goes and goes.
But I'm waiting on the results of the x-rays. I called today, but apparently the doctor's office closes at noon on Thursdays. So, and I didn't know that. We don't go near as often as we used to.
Yeah.
So, thank God.
Oh, I'm so glad about that.
Yeah, Kyrie's working on her writing lessons and stuff. I follow her on Facebook.
I've been seeing some of that too.
I stalk her on Facebook.
Well, Tammy, we appreciate that. Abby could use some prayers. That's for sure.
Abby's obviously the type that goes big with everything she does in life. She will be successful.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep. Whether it's broken bones or colds and flus, I'm telling you, when she gets it, she gets it. She doesn't usually get like just a little tiny head cold. It's like pneumonia for her. It's crazy. It's nothing little for her. And it's always been that way. Always. Since she was little.
Well, Abby was born premature. Well, 5 weeks, right? She was
okay. Don't make me mad.
She was born. She was born a couple of weeks before Christmas of 2004.
Abby was born in 32 weeks. Yeah.
And she didn't come home. Oh, she was in 5 weeks. She was 5 weeks in the NICU. She didn't come home until January 5th. So we spent Christmas and New Year's going up and seeing Abby at the hospital. But she was a little tiny baby, but she's dealt with different stuff over the years, with like just all kinds of
weird
or ailments that older people would have to deal with, like bunions. And
but she's 9 years old. She was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which the doctor was baffled because he's never seen it in somebody that young. And so that's been a challenge. But and then her podiatrist tells her that she's got the feet of an 80-year-old, and she's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a process, and through all the pain and agony and achiness that she deals with on a daily basis, she is a trooper. She really is. So I don't know how she does it, but she continues. She can use the prayers and I can use the practice. Yeah, Abby can definitely use some prayers right now. We're hoping that the foot will heal up on its own and we don't have to do any extraordinary measures. Because I think she's got braces and slings and all kinds of stuff, but nothing for the foot. So
that is something that we did this week. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
You can. I'm not giving out a recipe though.
Well, no, I don't.
First,
talk about it.
4 pounds. What's your? He will be 41 next month. Yep. Yep. And that's how it
Abby
usually
was,
goes.
What, 2.5 pounds?
No, Abby weighed 38. Yeah,
3.5 pounds. I'm taking a whole pound off of her.
Abby weighed 3'8". Emily weighed 3'5".
Right.
Abby was born at 32 weeks. Emily was born at 29 weeks.
So if you don't know about Emily, Emily was our youngest daughter. We have a video where I talked about that. I don't want to get into that tonight. So this week, Amy found a recipe for jalapeno mustard.
I've been using it. There's a guy at the farmer's market that sells it. And I've been using it as a marinade for meat.
A marinade / binder. Yeah.
And oh man, it is so good. So I decided I was going to try my hand at it.
It came out excellent.
Yeah, it came out pretty good. So I kind of tweaked the recipe that I found a little bit and made it kind of more of our own. And so this is going to be a new thing added to the shelf. It's pretty thick though. It like.
Oh. I didn't know it did that.
Kind of. I think I might have cooked it a little longer to thicken it up. It's like one solid jar shaped. I don't know.
I bet if you shake it hard enough, it would break it off.
Oh,
break
sure,
it up
yeah.
and, you know.
Once you open it and stir it a little bit, it'll be fine. But I tasted it when we were as we were jarring it up, and oh man, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Once I get it tweaked exactly like I want it and finessed and all that stuff, then I will
mustard for Abby's foot.
I wasn't gonna cook it. Yeah, I plan on sharing it. I want to make sure that it's see this, it'll break up.
Yeah, that's more like it.
But once I get the recipe and stuff tweaked to what I want, then I'll probably do a video on it. It was much easier than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like a really big, long, drawn out process, and it wasn't. It was pretty simple.
It was easy.
I think the longest thing was you cutting up the jalapenos.
Well, yeah, because.
But I did save some of those jalapeno seeds.
We got some jalapenos.
Those things were like this big.
I mean, let's be honest. They're probably GMO or some hybrid, but we're going to try them anyway. We're going to see what kind of fruit we get off of those plants.
Mustard helps with feet problems. Draws out toxins. She ain't get in my bed with no mustard on her feet. We're not eating their foot like a mustard. Really? I would never guess.
Huh. Well, that makes sense because you know what makes mustard yellow? Turmeric.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes perfect sense. And turmeric is an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, I know. I've been feeding it to the dog.
Couldn't stand it, could you?
What?
The humidity.
So, this shirt's making me sweat a little.
Oh, is it the shirt?
Yeah.
Can't be the coffee, huh?
No.
I wish we were talking about gardening, but we're raising mud. Getting pretty good at that.
Pretty soon, if it doesn't stop raining, we're going to be talking about garden swamping.
You ever hear of mustard plaster from back in the day? It pulls out toxins. No, I haven't.
Mustard plaster?
That's what it says. You can also get yellow mustard seeds or brown ones, and that also will make it the same thing.
Try not to spill my coffee. Mustard plaster.
That's interesting. Mustard is my favorite. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. 7 horses.
Can't even with the mud.
Oh, man. Huh. Mustard plaster or poultice. Interesting. Fermented February has a mustard video today.
Fermented mustard? I am finding all kinds of things that you can ferment though that I would have never thought. See, my parents never did any kind of fermenting, and neither did my grandparents that I knew of. 'Cause But
That
the only
wasn't.
thing I knew that was fermented that people would eat around here is sauerkraut, and not many people eat it.
I don't even know. Like growing up, I don't know of anybody who would do that. Fermenting, maybe it's the area, the climate. I don't know, but it just wasn't a thing. Like I didn't know.
Probably because it's so hot and humid.
Pickling. A lot of people did pickling.
Yeah. Crush the mustard seeds with a little water. Make a paste. Smear it on a cloth and wrap over a foot. Take it off after 8 hours and wash the hair. Huh.
Hmm.
I've seen fermented lemon. Is it Homesteading Family?
Probably they do everything.
On Facebook. Carolyn, I think is what her name is.
Oh,
Long blonde hair with the braid. Yeah.
okay.
Anyway.
Yes.
I've seen her do the fermented lemon. I don't know about fermented lemons though. I like lemons, just lemons.
There was a barrel in the wood, fermented corn. Oh.
Well, I'm sure my family did some of that kind of fermenting, but
with some copper pipes and. I think you're right, Michigan Daffodil.
yeah, there's so many things that I didn't know that you could ferment. Like carrots. I had no idea that people fermented carrots, and they are freaking great. I need to try the fermented lemons, but I don't know if I'm gonna like them.
Not only are fermented carrots good, but they last forever.
Yeah. We've tried fermented pickles, dill pickles, and the sauerkraut. I haven't found anything so far that I didn't like.
Right.
But I want to try some, they do broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Fermented cherry tomatoes. They call them, what is it? Fizzy tomato bombs or something. Can you imagine a cherry tomato with a fizz to it? That would be so fun for the kids. Collards and Brussels sprouts too. Huh. Oh, I bet Brussels sprouts would be really good. Disappear for hours. Wow.
I saw this on a video.
Get mustard plaster
recently
on Amazon.
At some point in history, and I think it was in Australia. I probably should have written this down or whatever. But anyway, there was a time when there was some drunk fool walking on the beach. I found a beached whale, dead carcass, and like jumped inside of it or fell inside of it or whatever and spent some time in there.
Why?
No, hang on. He was drunk. And then
I don't care.
When he came back out, he claimed that his arthritis was cured or whatever.
I'm not going to jump in the dead whale.
Wait, people were selling time in a dead whale.
Seriously?
After that, yes.
Wow.
Not Jonah.
Gary, we're going to add you to the prayer list. Have you tried like a nasal rinse? Because sometimes that really helps. I call it my booger wash. But, I mean, that's what it does. It kind of washes all the bacteria and everything out of your sinuses.
It's a sinus flush.
It's actually called a sinus rinse. But, you know.
Whatever.
But
it's not a booger wash.
Do not use tap water.
No. You got to use.
If you use tap water, you have to boil it.
No,
I watched this show last night. some little kid had some kind of brain-eating bacteria from a nasal rinse because his parents used just regular tap water. I was mortified.
That's not good. Good thing is, if I would get a brain eating amoeba or whatever, it would just starve.
You're so dumb. The dog's like throwing stuff around over there.
What
She is. She's under the blanket, knocking stuff off of there.
Neti pot? Yeah, it's pretty. It gives you a migraine. Oh no.
What are you doing?
Navage is another brand. Yeah.
What are you doing? You're knocking stuff around. I guess you don't want your food bowl.
I started. I do that every now and then.
What?
The nasal rinse.
Yeah, I don't use it every day, but
I've been fighting with some headaches lately, though. Now that somebody mentioned migraines, it made me think about it.
I think she's learned that if she makes noise while we're at the table over there,
She gets your attention.
yeah. This is like the third week in a row she's done it.
Hey guys, how is the sound tonight? I'm using a different microphone. Or do we sound better? The same? Do you remember what it sounded like before? Could you hear Amy when she was over there?
That was a lot of questions in a short amount of time.
Type fast.
Salt in your hand and snort. Actually, that works, and you can use contact solution to do that too, because it's saline.
There's
It's
the
a
rain
sterile
again.
saline.
A garlic clove up each nostril for. I think I saw that too.
Fermented carrot. Didn't we do a video on fermented carrots?
We didn't. We have fermented carrots. We did them, but we didn't do a video.
We did a blog, which we don't have anymore.
Oh yeah. We gave up our .com.
I have a recipe for the fermented carrots. I'll have Brett send it to you. Cause you don't look at me like that. You talk to Kiri almost every day.
Oh, he's making me do stuff.
Wrong again. It's pouring.
It is, yeah.
Oh.
I don't have a whole lot of energy tonight. Sorry about that. I'm getting the downers, getting depressed with all this freaking rain.
Yeah.
Because we can't get out and do anything. It sucks. Well,
for those of you that are praying for my friend Karina, continue to keep her family in your prayers. She passed away at 10 o'clock Tuesday morning on Valentine's Day. So, but she is no longer in pain. That's comforting that she's not hurting anymore, because she was really struggling for a good while. So
you might remember Karina from the chat. She would come in and into the chat sometimes. She would talk about how she's deaf and she has a little girl, and so she always talked about her little girl Grace.
Yeah, there's some weird, like some kind of massage thing that you can do to your sinuses, and I've tried. I can't do that to myself though. Yep, Karina lost her battle with breast cancer. She was diagnosed the week of Christmas, and
it was a very aggressive, fast-moving cancer.
Very, very aggressive. It was inflammatory breast cancer, and by Valentine's Day, she was gone.
I wish I could send you some of this rain. We have enough.
Exactly, Tammy. Yep. Karina dealt with a lot of medical issues in her life. She was born with cerebral palsy and scoliosis, and by the age of 5, she was deaf due to an ear infection or multiple ear infections, and it was she went through a lot. She went through a lot, but she was so proud of Grace, her daughter. So very proud of Grace. And Judy posted a pretty good one.
Don't stop talking.
Sorry.
Getting distracted.
But the last couple of weeks, she's been on hospice care, and
There we go.
she's been struggling with a lot of pain, and hospice is helping, but the pain never really completely went away.
Yeah, that's Karina and Grace.
So
Karina's deaf, but Grace can hear.
yeah, Grace is hearing. Well, Karina was born hearing.
Hello, Marshmallow Man. Now, obviously, Grace knows quite a bit of sign language.
Oh, Grace can sign way better than I can. And fast.
Really?
Oh, God. You got to make her slow down.
Uh-oh, it looks like we might be losing the signal.
Probably because of the rain.
Yeah.
So,
It's
but
getting weak.
we're going to the funeral. Her funeral is tomorrow morning. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. But y'all continue to pray for her family and her daughter, especially because Grace is 7. So that's rough.
Thank you, Henry. I think we're.
Oh yeah, our shirts are 2 of a kind. They're unique. They're the only 2 like it, I believe, unless Joe made extras and he's hiding them somewhere.
My mom had a friend when I was a kid whose parents were deaf. Because of Karina in our lives, I've gotten to know some sign language. I'm not good at it, and I'm way out of practice, but I know enough to where I could help somebody in need, probably.
I have several times at restaurants, fast food places. When people are trying to order food, and some people get really irritated with the communication barrier, and
it's hard. It's frustrating.
It is, and so I mean, we've just in passing, you see somebody signing and struggling and trying to order food, and I'll step in and say, hey, let me see what I can do to help. But you got to tell them, go slow, because my brain apparently doesn't process on as fast.
Well, that's anytime you're listening to a second language, your brain is translating
Yep.
it before you to understand it.
Mm-hmm. That would be great bowling shirts.
Well, yeah, bowling shirts. If only we had the talent.
I could bowl.
I
can
bowl
throw
too.
a ball
I
in
can bowl
in my
badly.
lane, and it goes in somebody else's lane. They do have a very, very close bond. So, but Grace will be staying with her grandmother, which is where she lived anyway. So, her and her mom lived with Karina's mom. So Grace will be staying home, with her grandma and uncle and cousins, and they have a huge family, so they've got a pretty good support system. So What else did we do this week? There was something else.
We're getting lots of chicken eggs now.
Oh, yeah, I'm overrun with chicken eggs.
We're still using the Tractor Supply feed, but we're supplementing quite a bit with kitchen scraps and the fodder that you're doing.
We're eating more veggies and stuff in the house.
Well, that helps.
Having the scraps to feed them really helps. And I'm growing ryegrass.
Ryegrass fodder.
I've got it under the grow lights right now because the cat keeps sitting in my trays and taking my seeds around the house. So I put them in the other room so that she can't get to them. Oh, yeah. She's definitely old enough to remember her mom, and she will be shown pictures. And I know that her mom got some videos and stuff of her and Grace together, and she's supposed to be getting those to me just whenever she gets around to it. And I'm going to put them on a flash drive for Grace to keep. And she's got quite a bit of stuff, I think, to put together, just to make sure that Grace has something as she's growing up. Lippy and Buddy will be here in a few weeks.
Oh, that's something we did. We went the Airbnb that's not too far from us down here. We went and checked it out, and we met the couple who owns that, and we had a look at the B&B. It's really nice, perfect for our kind of people for a weekend or something. And it's only $80 a night. It's like a little tiny house with a screen porch, and
it's got
everything.
Deck on the pond with chairs and stuff.
You can fish.
He was working on doing solar lights around the top of it.
It's cool.
It's really. I told Lippy when she's here, we may not hang out here very much. We're going to probably go hang out over there.
Amy didn't even go inside the thing to look because we do it every time too. We get to talking and we have great conversations with people who are like-minded, and we forget everything else. So we were just talking with, his name is Fitz. We were talking with him and Miss Javon and just talking about all kinds of homesteady type stuff.
Makes all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
She's making her own toothpaste.
They're actually, they have a budding YouTube channel too, but
you have the link for that?
I didn't think about that. And they've only got.
Look it up.
I'll try. I'll see what I can do.
But she's making her own toothpaste using crushed chicken shells, eggshells, not chicken shells. Eggshells. Bear with me, y'all. But
yeah,
they're just starting out with a YouTube channel, but
they have 37 subscribers. So if we could get them.
Yeah, see, Tammy knew what I meant. She's laughing at me. Chicken shells. But
it's called the Sugar Shack.
Yeah, which is
SUGGAH.
Which is pretty ironic because it's going to be Lippy who's staying there.
Right. So yeah, I mean that'd be cool if you guys want to check them out. She's really just getting started as far as YouTube, but as far as homesteading and stuff, they're probably better off than we are, I think, at this point.
Well,
maybe not.
They're doing their research.
Theirs is different.
And
theirs is a little different.
He's got a crawfish pond that he's starting, and they're just getting into gardening. They're just getting started with that. But they're really doing their research and their homework, and it shows.
Mm-hmm.
It shows the knowledge is there. It's getting there. Chicken shells, that would only be bones, I guess.
Chicken shells. It's funny.
I never thought about using the eggshells for anything. But smart idea. I mean, we use our eggshells. I dry them and I crush them and then I feed them back to the chickens or I use them in the garden. But I never thought about making a product with them. And that's pretty cool. Because they are calcium based and you know that's what your teeth are calcium based. So pretty interested to try that. But I know they're selling their eggs. They've got a solar powered chicken tractor.
It's
chicken
a
coop.
trailer, kind of a pull behind.
And it's really cool. They don't even have to go out there and feed or water or anything. It's all
Let's see, the lights,
automated.
The lights and there's a timer on the feeders and there's a conveyor belt for the eggs.
Yeah.
It's all really, it's cool. I was so jealous. So I asked him, I was like, how much you pay for that? It's like,
oh, smart.
So
Tell Lippy to trade him spices for the B&B ton.
Those things are the trailer. What was it?
$22,000. That's
new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Brett, could you build one of those for cheaper? Like way cheaper?
Tell Lippy to trade him spices for her B&B time. They might go for that.
It should be a fun run. I'm not exactly sure of the dates that Lippy and them are coming yet. She had to confirm some stuff for like a homestead sitter and all that stuff. Because I think Grandpa's staying to take care of all her birds and stuff. But Lippy's gonna love it because there's like hundreds of chickens just running around out there.
Oh, have a good night, Michigan Daffodil. City Girl Country Road. Welcome, Terry. Good to see you.
Michigan, tell your mom that we are continuing to pray for her. She had a procedure done today, and all is doing well. So we're going to continue to pray for healing. What else did we do this week? There was way more than this.
I feel like we've got. I don't know.
I swamped around the yard in my rubber boots.
I tried to chop my eye out. I felt it. I feel the little spot right now. We went to the.
It's hard to see with all your forehead wrinkles. Because you were like.
I'm just wrinkly.
No, you were making it wrinkle. You were making it crinkle.
It's I don't know. You can't really see it from there, but that's just a little spot. We were at the flower shop, getting ready to load up for the second load to go deliver, and I'm in the cooler, and I go to reach down to the bottom shelf, and I freaking headbutt the corner of a glass shelf right above that.
You popped your head like an egg.
Yeah. So it was just enough to where I didn't think it was bleeding at all at first, but it was just enough to start trickling.
With a glass shelf.
So I'm walking around trying to load up with holding pressure on my forehead right now. It was just inconvenient, if anything. But it could have been bad though if it could have hit me in the eye.
It didn't hit you. You hit it.
You're not supposed to break things with your head. Yeah, well, now I know.
I haven't been.
The Chosen. That's one that I haven't watched yet. Oh, that's something that we did. We watched all those.
Oh yeah, but that was murder mystery stuff.
Yeah,
that wasn't this week. That was last week.
Yeah, it was this week, wasn't it? Yeah, it was over the past weekend. It was murder mystery type stuff from that's local though. Yeah. Local to us.
Where can I watch that, Tammy?
Yeah. What streaming platform is that
yeah.
on? 'Cause we have subscriptions to quite a few. Oh, you can watch it on YouTube.
Well, there you go. I know where to find it now. I'm making myself notes because if I don't, then I forget and then I get aggravated trying to look it up because I'm slow. You know, like Henry and Kate, man, they can do some like fast motor skills on that keyboard and stuff and find stuff in like split seconds. And I'm like, 20 minutes later and I still haven't found it. I do. I like watching different things. And my interest changes
Yeah.
from week to week.
I've been doing more entertainment stuff and trying to stay a little more away from the political and doom and gloom type stuff. Even though I'm aware of what's happening.
I like watching the homesteady type things, but right now everything is so muddy that it's so depressing to watch somebody do something outside and then look outside and I can't.
Yeah, I've watched stuff like that, Tammy. But just I remember watching the Passion of the Christ in the theater and crying in public.
Try watching it in person.
What do you mean in person?
It was an actual like the Passion play.
Oh.
Yep.
Where?
That was in Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Oh. You should get Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't been taking the time to get on because man, when I start a game, I get stuck. And I don't want to do that. I really don't. As much fun as that would be.
We haven't played any video games the last couple weeks.
No.
I'm trying to stay away from it because I can play, turn it off, and go do something else. He starts playing, and then
I can't seem to do anything.
It's like you can't turn it off.
Yeah.
He either plays it all day long or he's watching YouTube videos of how to play it, how to build it. And I'm like,
I have an obsessive compulsive personality.
Oh, the Passion play in Arkansas is beautiful. Yeah, he's all in.
I turn no matter what it is, I turn everything into work, a job. I just. Oh, really, Doug?
Gary said the past few days YouTube has been showing me shorts on gymnastics. Half the shorts are teaching how to do advanced gymnastic moves. I can't even do a cartwheel. I can do a cartwheel, but the last time I did, I hurt my hip and it still bothers me. But I can still do a perfect cartwheel.
Really?
It just hurts.
One man doesn't do that.
Well, true. But I'm good at like multitasking. I distract myself all the time. Like all the time. A while ago, I was going to refill the coffee container and I completely distracted myself with watering the ryegrass seed, came back in here and realized I didn't even grab the coffee. I didn't even go near it.
He was so mad today because he lost his wagon of mooch. That would make me mad too.
I do. I get scatterbrained. And when I'm doing something in the kitchen, I have to like make sure that all of my
Tammy.
I read that as soon as it popped up. I have to make sure like all of my distractions are turned off. I can't watch TV a lot of times. Now, if it's a YouTube video, I can listen to it, which is weird. But I can't watch a TV show because then I get sucked into the TV show and what's going on.
All right,
I forget what I'm doing.
Well, the majority of the time, the YouTube video is knowledge that you just need to listen to anyway.
Right. I can do all kinds of gymnastics moves, just not on purpose.
Remember that time that I went
How
down
about
before
like sliding down the porch?
before we built the bridge, and because we had to go down the slope, and then all we had was the board that went across, and then we had to go back up the other side, and it was muddy, and so I went down, and I did this cartoon looking slippy slidey. I swear, one at a time, my feet were above my head. I never fell down, but for days I was sore.
Oh man, that's great. And I don't know how many times, like Danny would roll down the side of the canal and come over here covered in mud and scratches, and I'm like, "What did you do?" He's like, "I found the bush down at the bottom of the canal."
Danny, I swear he would fall. Somehow he would fall like this, just his head in the mud.
I'm telling you, he had a magnet in there. It was great. That would have been a sight. It was really, it was funny, but scary. It just, I don't know. I don't know. It was really strange looking. And I wasn't sure if he was okay because it looked like it was going to hurt tomorrow. And then, was it last week you slid down the porch?
Yeah, that was before last week's live stream.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Oh, we have a lot of those memories.
Well, have a good night, Greta. Thank you for coming by.
It's been an hour.
It has.
Can you believe it?
I feel like we're just phoning it in tonight. I don't know. I don't have it in me. I don't feel like we're really getting
What
it going.
seeds have I started? Ryegrass seed.
That's it. I mean, we're
I am
so
drying
muddy.
some jalapeno seeds that we took out of the ones that I used to make the jalapeno mustard. I just kind of want to try those. But like tonight we're gonna be 39 degrees, 37. What did I say?
No, 30 something.
Okay, we're gonna be in the 30s tonight, and tomorrow night is like right at freezing. So I'm kind of juggling. Now I'm not starting a lot of my own vegetable seeds this year. I am doing some because I've had some people send, like the Crimson Giant tomatoes. I'm gonna do a couple of those. I have some tobacco seeds to try. We have coffee seeds. I think we're gonna try those. I may do a few of the Tabasco seeds.
We didn't set up a greenhouse this year, so we're trying to time it to where.
Well, I'm sending Wanda a list of all the plants that I want to do, and she's gonna start all the seeds for me because she is great at it. Her seedlings are so like healthy and just gorgeous.
That's by the way, that's a local friend, Wanda, not Wanda from Deep South
Right.
Homestead.
Supposed to drop in the 20s tonight. Our wind chills are supposed to be into the 20s tonight and tomorrow. Yeah.
Hot paprika seeds. Well, that's cool.
Paprika seeds that did not do well here. The time that I tried, but I think I tried too many peppers all at one time, and I didn't really give the focus to each individual thing. So,
yeah.
I mean, they were good. They just didn't produce a whole heck of a lot. But I think it's because I had so many peppers that year. What are you doing?
I'm just looking.
But yeah, our temperatures are supposed to drop down in the 30s tonight and tomorrow, and then back up into the 80s by Wednesday.
It's a funky time of year.
Yeah, our weather is doing the yo-yo thing, but the humidity has been absolutely horrible. Usually our humidity gets a break in the wintertime when it's cooler, but because of the rain, the humidity is staying at like 96%. And oh, it's miserable.
That's outside, and inside we've got the dehumidifier, and
It can't keep up.
it was like around 70%, and it was just trucking along doing its best.
Well, it was at 70 earlier because that's when I just turned it on. We're down in the 50 something range now.
How often do you check your PO box? I'll send you the spider plants rooted and ready for planting. If we know it's coming, then we can check it more often.
Yeah,
that would be okay.
I normally check it once a week, but if you let me know that you're sending it, I can check it every couple of days. I can check it every day.
We got this one from the front yard.
You went and got that one for me.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of them around an oak tree, and I went and found a nice little sprouted one, and put it in a pot to keep it in here. This one is the variegated. It's got the white and the white stripes on the leaves.
But I'll take more than one.
We don't have. Oh yeah, we'd be glad to with whatever you send us. That'd be cool. We don't have the solid green ones.
Yeah, I don't have any of the solid color ones. Wait. I was turning it.
Oh.
I don't fidget with my plants because I turn them every couple of days to make sure they grow evenly.
What is
except for that little one?
What is that called?
A water basin and pitcher.
Okay, I didn't know if it had a special name. We got that from a cousin. That's an actual antique, I believe. We just put it on display. We've been having it.
Yeah, this is a pretty wet winter this year.
Rain every 2 to 3 days. That's why something like that here too. Sometimes it lasts for 2 or 3 days. But we're just everything is so just saturated.
I have a solid green one also. I'll be sending you several.
Cool.
That's awesome. I've seen the solid green ones.
Yeah.
But they're harder to find around here. Everybody's got the variegated ones.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Writing myself a note. Check P.O. box.
Wait, you want snow? Is that what you're saying?
Tammy sending plants. See, that'll be my note. I'll put my note on the marker board of the fridge. Check P.O. box. Tammy sending plants. I bet you I go over there every day.
I just want enough. I want things to dry up enough to where I can walk outside without boots. That would be awesome.
It was almost there.
It was almost there.
City girl,
No.
country heart. You need to go somewhere up north. Don't bring that snow crap to me.
There has been. We haven't talked about the world news yet. Obviously, we know about the UFO distractions. I don't know. I don't buy into that shit. But oh, sorry. I went fire department language there for a minute. Sorry about that.
Mr. Wheeler's gonna come in here and start counting. You better stop.
I mean, it's a thing, but I really feel like that's all a distraction. The
concerning part is the train derailment.
The train derailment
in Ohio.
But that's not the only one.
Yeah.
The one in Ohio is that's the main one. And there was another one. Terry, correct me. Maybe you know. I think there was one around South Carolina.
Yes.
There was another one in Houston, Texas, and then there was another one today around Detroit.
A train
today in Detroit.
Train derailment. Okay.
Yeah.
And then was there a fire?
I saw an 18-wheeler that was flipped and spewing some kind of brown cloud. I saw a video. I don't know what that was. Don't know where that was. I saw today that there was a plant nursery, a huge plant nursery on fire in Florida.
Okay, suburban Illinois. So that was in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
Now I know we had a right here in Scott, Louisiana, which is between us and Lafayette, closer on the Lafayette side, but there was a tanker truck accident with some kind of acid. But I don't think it was that big of a deal. They had hazmat out there and they had cleaned it up. It was done pretty quickly, but I know it caused some shutdowns of I-10.
Well, you know,
Of Interstate 10.
all these rail
It
derailments
seems
and
planned. Yeah.
it does, it seems. But you know, all this hazardous material stuff getting put into the environment, it could have been worse. It could have been gas stoves. I mean, those are really
up.
dangerous, you guys.
Don't talk about my gas stove. And you see, they're saying that irritates people with asthma. How ironic is it that you have asthma, I have asthma, and Abby has asthma, but none of us have been triggered for the last 2 years since the stove or the heater has gone in. So
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I know I did get an email from someone concerned about the heater being used due to carbon monoxide and not venting.
Well, I replied to the email. You know,
Well,
I appreciate the concern. But,
I do, but most times the heater doesn't run overnight while we're sleeping. Mainly because we have a cat in here, and I don't trust the cat. But we do have central heat. I'm using this as a basically keep it real warm.
Hey,
and then,
welcome, Camo and Bows. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Tell us food prices are coming back down, right? I have not seen the food prices come back down.
And Carrie said a truckload of watermelons. People went out and got free watermelons. That's the kind of spill I could go for. Not hazardous materials. That is hazmat to you, though.
Yeah. Keep that mess too. I'll never forget when we were on the fire department, the volunteer fire department here, and it was an 18-wheeler that rolled over full of like 2x4s.
Oh yeah.
It was like giant toothpicks strung out all over the interstate, and we helped to actually pick them up and restack them so that we could get the stuff off of the roadways and get those back opened. That was an all-night mess.
I bet it was. I missed out on that one. I stayed home with the kids for that one.
Did you?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was the.
I remember you telling me all about it.
The night we had, it was 3 calls back to back, and that was the beginning.
Hey, Frenchie. Yep.
That was the beginning. I stayed out all night on fire calls that night.
Well, thank you. These were custom made by my cousin Joe.
Flooding here, yeah. Well, we're pretty.
Oh.
I wouldn't call it flooding. We're swamping.
Yeah, we're really swampy.
Yeah.
Not flooding. We're definitely praying for you, but yeah, I'm just sick of it. And it's not dangerous. I'm just sick of it in this area.
Keep talking.
Sorry. I'm running out of things to talk about.
No, you were paying attention to what I was writing. You want to be wearing this some like ear jewelry or something?
I might need a truck of toilet paper to roll over. Is the toilet paper getting expensive? I haven't noticed. We did go to. We made a run to
Our toilet
town.
paper hasn't gone up.
We made a run to town. We went to Sam's, Tractor Supply, and Walmart to get the things that we needed to stock back up on because certain things were getting low, and we spent $500 that day.
Too dang much. That's what we spent.
Craziness. Oh, that's all right. We appreciate your support anyway, Camos.
I didn't know the toilet paper. See, our toilet paper, it's oh Lord. Is it like 45 rolls? Is it?
I don't know. It's toilet paper math. It don't make sense. 18 rolls equivalent to 11.
There's 9 in a package and there's 5 packets.
9 in, oh yeah.
So it's
that's 45 rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's
but it'll tell you it's
20.
It equals like
no, we don't read that part. But it's $23, $25, something like that. I was just double checking my math, y'all. I did learn how to multiply, but that's how my brain works sometimes. Um, but we get those at Sam's, and it's $23, $25, something like that, and that usually lasts us over a month. But I've been using the family cloth stuff, so. Yep, Camos and Bows has been here
That's
since the
right.
beginning of our channel.
That's right.
They must be crazy. They stuck around.
Yeah. Yeah. You must have no life. No, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes I just sit back and wonder, why do people watch us?
I feel like,
We're
yeah,
nuts.
I feel like we're not interested. Sometimes we get
tonight.
on a roll and things are just silly and it's entertaining. I have a lot of fun. Tonight I'm not having that much
2
fun.
years ago, those
I'm
packs
tired
were
though.
$16 at Costco. I don't ever remember them being $16. I know they did go up a couple dollars. I want to say they were right at 20, and now they're 23 or something like that.
Oh yeah, the okra video. Well, we did several okra videos, but the first one I was like standing in the garden. I remember that. Wow, that was a long time ago. Feels like.
I bet your hair was not so gray then.
I know. Like my hair's going gray fast because we like fillets.
Oh God. Hey, I made some. I don't even know what kind of fish that was. That's some Tate fish that he sent over here. But I don't know what it was, but I think it was bass.
I think bass.
But we baked it
Come
in
on, dude.
like a foil pouch with a little bit of Cajun seasoning, the homemade Cajun seasoning that I make, and a little bit of onions.
Dehydrated onions because they rehydrated in that pack in that pouch.
Oh, it was so good, so good.
That and
we watch you because you're real, and most times you are very entertaining.
hey, there's the Sugar Shack. There they are.
Well, we were just
Welcome.
talking about you guys and how awesome your place is.
Well, we're gonna add your link in the comments again.
I was
How
bragging about your toothpaste. I'm eager to try that. That's pretty cool.
Somebody must have gone over and commented.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me refresh this.
I just watched to see how he hurt himself this week. Oh man. We did watch the video of how you do the closure for those toothpaste tubes. Please make sure to keep your fingers out of that machine.
God, I was watching that thing. Just slam. No, thank you. No.
I was like, oh my gosh. It's pretty interesting to watch, but I don't think I would stick my hand anywhere close to that thing.
Suburban Hillbilly said, it seems like I'm hurting myself every week now. It seems like
the older you get, the more pain you cause yourself.
I have a story to tell you how I screwed something up this week. Seems like every week.
We've been through a lot, but it only makes us stronger. And
Snaps out clearly.
It's from China because there's no safety standards. Oh man, that's great. We've been through a lot. We have, but it brings us closer to God, and
Absolutely.
Definitely lessons learned. Like, be careful when you walk down the steps, Brett.
I try.
Watch out for glass shelves. That's what you learned this week.
Yeah.
Just accident
from clumsy.
And it's funny because
please don't make your own toothpaste. Oh man.
Right? He'll lose a finger. I lost my computer. Just it went into sleep mode.
Because you didn't do nothing with it.
What's bad is when the foot or something else hurts for no apparent reason, right? What will be Brett's accident next week?
Yeah.
Who knows? He'll be working for Marty Gras, so that should be interesting.
I'm just thinking, I need to get with somebody and find out the parade route. So that way, if we have an emergency, I know where I can't drive. You know what I mean? Like if I have to get across the parade route.
That's gonna suck. Okay, give me just a second. I have to go potty. I drank 2 cups of coffee and I can't hold it for.
Yeah, Kiri, I have like
Just don't smell all my stuff while I'm gone.
I have unexplained pains pretty often, actually. Couldn't do this life without God, but I wouldn't want to either. Amen. I like that. Yeah, I like that that line of thought. I appreciate that. Do not overthink it. That might be your next act. Yeah, yeah. I'm starting to get a tickle in the back of my throat. I think we talked about everything for the week. I don't know that there's anything else. I know we've got that memorial tomorrow. That's gonna feel like a long day. And I'm supposed to work tomorrow, but I was able to get somebody to cover my shift. And when I reached out to him, he came back immediately with a text back that says, absolutely. And then I found out that the guy he's actually on vacation. He's going to come in and work my shift while he's on vacation. Hopefully he wasn't trying to go anywhere because he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me he was taking a vacation. Anyway, stand-up guy. I really appreciate it.
So you don't have to get up early.
Well, that's true.
Isn't that great?
It is. Prayers for Karina's family and friends. Absolutely.
Good night, Suburban Hillbilly. Thank you so much for coming.
I think we're going to say goodnight to
My
everyone.
foot hurt to step on it yesterday evening, like a specific tendon. No idea why. It was fine by morning.
I get that a lot.
Such an Abby thing to do.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Under my feet, behind my feet, in my knees, in my lower back, my hips.
That's what you call OPD.
I've got issues.
It's old people disease.
All right, you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get going for the night.
Next week we're gonna be on Wednesday.
Yep.
That's our Wednesday week.
Hopefully we don't have reports of Brett broke something or did something dumb, but I'm not holding my breath.
What dumb thing did Brett do?
That's God's way of letting you know you're still here. That's pretty good.
We really appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. For those of you who came in, if you have prayer requests that you haven't put in yet, remember that we keep the chat open for a little while after we close, so we won't miss it.
You can always contact me through Facebook or email or any way that you can. Leave a comment under any video at any time, and we will definitely add that to the prayer list, whatever it is.
All right, guys. So
until next week.
Until next week.
Next
on
week
Wednesday.
We'll be live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Good night and God bless.
Stay safe, guys.